What's up, YouTube? Alright, so I just watched the whole AC Transit bus fight thing. How the Tom guy's supposedly a hero. Alright, so, first of all, there's a lot to take in on this video. It all starts, basically, when I first watched the video, I was like, okay, here we have this 16, 17-year-old kid fucking harassing a senior citizen. And he's bringing racism into the conversation, and there really is no racism. So he went up, threw the first punch. The guy's ass beat. Guy's probably drunk. That's what I got from when I first watched the video. Then I started to look a little closer. I started to listen to what was being said in the beginning of the video, trying to figure out why the fight even started. And I actually found out while I listened to the video, because a lot of people, when they click on this thing, they skip right to the fight. Like, they don't care what fucking happened. They just want to see this guy get his ass beat. First of all, the Michael guy is 50 years old. I bet a lot of people didn't know that. The Michael guy is 50 years old. Yes, he was drunk in public, but he's 50 years old. Second of all, if you listen closely in the beginning, the Tom guy asks, how much would you charge to shine my Stacey Adams, which I guess is some kind of pair of shoes. And the black guy's like, what? Like, did I hear you correctly? Did you just ask me how much I would charge for me to shine your shoes? You know what I mean? So he's trying to process like this. Now, when any white person makes a racist comment and a black person hears it, it's about a black guy and a black guy hears it, two things go through your mind. One, I better cover up what the fuck I was just talking about. Like, I better cover it up, make some story like I wasn't really trying to be racist. Or two, admit to it and get the consequences. Or, admit to it and be a hard ass and whatever happens, happens. You get into a fight, whatever. Those are two things. Tom chose to try and cover it up. So, now you're at the point in the video, he asks, how much would you charge to shine my Stacey Adams? I got a funeral to go to tomorrow. Black guy goes, what? And he's talking to him, he's like, well, I gotta be a brother, shine your shoes, blah, blah, blah. And the white guy's like, oh, I wasn't talking about you. Oh, no, I was talking about, it could be a Chinaman. He's trying to cover it up now. And he's talking about how he knows a guy who's gonna shine his shoes, and he's asking how much would the black guy charge. Either way, it's still a racist comment. Now he's fucked, because that's it. So, he said the racist comment, the black guy's angry. Basically, the guy moves away. And this is where everybody thinks he's trying to be a good person. First of all, this Tom guy is mentally fucking insane. He really is. There was one interview where he said the guy had a knife this big. Where the fuck do you see it? How do you even put that in your pocket? What is he, Crocodile Dundee? Come on, dude. You can't have a switchblade this fucking big. It doesn't happen. The guy said the blade itself was, no. I'm sorry. Second of all, Tom, in an interview, talks about how when he got out of Vietnam, he went to jail for 14 years because he had problems for selling drugs and pimping and all this bullshit. Then he even says in another interview where he was on his way to Frisco, wherever the fuck, I guess San Francisco, to get some weed for his arthritis. This guy's obviously insane or just high off his ass. Alright, he's obviously crazy. And you can tell because half the shit he's talking about doesn't make sense. First of all, the Michael guy is 50 years old. Second of all, Michael, the black guy that got beat up, never been to jail. How would the Tom guy even know that? Think about it. Logically, think about it. How would Tom even know this guy's whole history? He seriously repeated his whole life story about how he's been in jail for murder and all this bullshit and how he went to the pen, blah, 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 and how he threatened him with a knife. There's no fucking knife. The guy's never been to jail. He was drunk in public, and he reacted on a racist comment. When you're drunk, someone says a racist comment, you're going to be a little pissed off, especially when you're drunk. Okay? Now, I bet if the guy wasn't drunk, it would have went down a little different. But it doesn't excuse Tom from making the racist comment, which is clearly said in the beginning of the video. So, this Tom guy is no fucking hero. He's just a crazy cokehead. Honestly, I think he's a fucking cokehead. And he's obviously crazy because, first of all, people that make it out of Vietnam either go insane and they sit in the park feeding birds and acting like they're still in the war, or there's very few people who make it out of Vietnam and are actually sane, because the war fucks people up in the head. Alright, everybody I've seen who's fought in Vietnam, who's actually fought in Vietnam, I've met a bunch of them, actually, and a lot of them are kind of just a little bit crazy, just a little bit. I know the war fucks people up in the head. I mean, I know, like, my grandpa, not my grandpa, but, my step-grandpa or whatever, before he died, I met a bunch of his friends that were in Vietnam and shit, and they kind of were a little bit crazy, but they were still able to function, and some people aren't even able to function. They just go crazy. Like I said, they sit in the park feeding birds and talking on a fucking walkie-talkie. It doesn't even have batteries in it. Talking about their airstrikes surrounding, and I don't know. Anyway, so basically you can pretty much tell that this Tom guy is crazy, and I'm be the first to tell you guys that he is no hero at all. He did say a racist comment, and that's what started the fight. Yes, the guy shouldn't have been drunk in public, and he shouldn't have threw the first punch, but hey, he was sticking up for, his ethnicity. He was defending, that, like, himself. The guy, Tom, made a racist comment, he reacted on it. I mean, what would you do if someone made a racist comment while you were drunk? You know what I mean? And there's actually a couple other videos, the clips you didn't see, where the Tom guy's going crazy punching fucking newspaper boxes, those things that you dispense newspapers. He's punching them things in the street. He's fucking nuts. So, that guy is no fucking hero. That's all I gotta say. So, comment, let me know what you guys